Hey, my people! Welcome back here again. Welcome back to Trust Space. Welcome back to Keeping Up with Tro on this YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, come! I want you all here. And if you're a returning subscriber, kisses, thank you for always coming back here to Trust Space. I love you all. Thank you all so much. So, on today's vlog, I want to talk about our children, my children, your children, our children, the gadgets and internet access we release to our children. We need to really curb ourselves. Fine, I know this is good. We are in the 21st century and we all need all of this, including our children. But then we need to curb the way we release all of these things to these children. Fine, this is no new gist. But we just need to keep updating ourselves on whatever current issue we see that is coming up with all of these gadgets and access we give to our children. We really need to be strict with them. Because I saw a clip yesterday and I really need to address it because my children I also have children who uses phones and tablets. So we really need to watch this, because I'm going to attach it to this vlog for all of us to see, because many of us believe that because we are Muslims, we are Christians, we practice our religion, we don't expose our children to this and that in the house. Do you know what they do when they are in school? Do you know what they discuss with their classmates? Do you know what they say to their friends when they go to parties or any other open events? We don't, except we sit down and talk to these children. So what I was able to derive from that clip of yesterday, which I'm still going to attach to this video for you all to see, is that in fact that woman, it shows that she was so shocked that she didn't believe that her children that she raised in a Christian home could do such, like could have all of those abbreviated words and use them like all of the time on their phones. So please, we need to be strict with these children we are raising now. Fine, we need to be strict, and then we also need to, be very soft, at some point. Ensure you supervise what they do online. Please, if you are the type that releases phones and internet to your children every day, be ready to assess what they do online every day. Be ready. Because these children, they have a way of doing. There are some things that you think you know online that you don't know. There are some apps that you think you can undo, you think you can, do this and that around the apps, of which you don't know. There are some things that I might want to do. I'll have to call my son to come and help me out to fix this. There's a way they download apps and then they hide it in, how am I going to put it? There's a way they have this app that you might think they don't have on their phone, especially when you just open your phone and you see all of the apps and you think those are all what they have. But no, they have apps hidden. Ensure that they are just strict with their internet access. That's just the best way, because it is when they are exposed to the use of internet, they get to see so many things. Like so many things. You'll be like, oh, assignment, you don't know another thing they are doing, and they won't tell you. They won't tell you except you ask them. So when you see that maybe they don't have assignments on that day, or they are just there loitering around, they don't have anything to do, give them work. Occupy them. Give them something to do. If their shoes are dusty, they should go and polish. If their wardrobes are untidy, they should go and tidy up everything. If you have beans to pick and you are tired, you have other chores to do, give them the beans, let them be picking it. Let them pick. If it's ewedu, dekoto ewedu. Their hands are not broken. Their hands are very strong. They can play and jump up. The play that you don't even believe that you yourself, you are an adult, that you have that strength to do, these children will jump up and down for you. So please, they are very strong. Don't look at them that they can walk. Fine, I know that my own style of parenting might be very different from yours. What I allow my children to do, you might not allow your children to do such. But I'm just putting this out to you that, we can just advise ourselves. We can advise ourselves, we can encourage each other, but we can't enforce, parenting style on anybody. Your style might be very good for you. Fine, go on with it. My style is very suitable for me. I love it. I love it. I don't just like to give myself a dick. So that is my own style of parenting, and I love it, and my children are very okay with it. Yes, they are very okay with it because it is helping their own life as well. I don't like lazy children around me. You have to work, you have to be useful. You cannot just sit down and eat and wake up and bathe and pack all your things and go to school and come back and eat again and go to sleep. No. As I am useful for you as a mother in this house, you have to be very useful for me as a son in the house as well. And please, we should engage our children. And children, I mean boys and the girls. Not just occupying the girls and leaving the boys to lazy around. Occupy all of them. Let them be useful. Let them do something. And when the time for rest comes up, they rest. And in fact, they should go and bathe and sleep. If they can sleep for 2 hours, I don't mind. So long I don't need their service around me. They should go and sleep. In fact, that time gone is another resting time for me myself. It's another no shouting time. Because when they are around and they are loitering around, they don't know what to do. They will start giving you. In fact, they will allow your intestine to come to this place. And again, another thing I noted is that you don't allow any adult apps on their phone, Twitter, Instagram, and the likes. You don't, even Facebook. Don't. My son's phone, since I discovered something on his phone, I had to delete. I installed all of the adult apps because I was using the phone before I gave it to him, and I didn't delete all of those things. I didn't uninstall them. But since I noticed some other, things that are not supposed to be on the phone, I had to uninstall everything, including some games, because there are some games that are too much for him that I don't like. When I opened and I saw them, I don't like those games. I had to uninstall everything. I told him, "Wo be eda ko tu download gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí mo delete. Wo be eda ko download e padà," because they seek my access before touching their phones. If you don't seek my permission, orogo, you can't just go to where I kept those phones and take them. Oh, tobe. So please ensure that you uninstall all adult apps, and then you can leave WhatsApp if you think that you need it. Maybe you are not always around them and you need to communicate with them. You need to do a video call or something. You can leave WhatsApp for them. Okay? So if you want it, you can leave it for them. But if you are the type that you're always with your children, you don't go anywhere, and even when you go out, you can just easily call them on the mobile. You can install the WhatsApp too. If you are always with your children, you can uninstall the WhatsApp just to give yourself rest of mind and no headache. So that's that about the uninstalling of adult apps on children's phone. Then when you also leave your phone with them, ensure that your apps are locked, or maybe you have like a face lock or a thumbprinting stuff, or you should have the kind of password you use to unlock your apps. If you are the type that your children are always taking your phone without seeking your permission. That's why I'm saying that, they are, I don't know, I've said it before, I can't enforce my style on you, and you can't enforce yours on me as well, but we can just encourage and advise each other. Do not just give, some mothers, they just carry their, you don't know what that child is watching. Okay, you are in the kitchen, or maybe you're in the room and your child is in the living room. Your data is on, maybe you're using Wi-Fi, everything is on. And this child goes anywhere. And children, they can just, from your phone, they can just do anything. Some things that you yourself, you don't even believe that you can even search or go through. You will see that, pictures, you will just be surprised. So please, even if you don't lock your apps, teach that your child to always seek your permission before taking your phone. And if you have children, there are children tablets rather that is filled with cartoons and all sorts. Please, if you can get it, fine. Many of us get gadgets for our children, and they are gadgets that are very, very even cheap. All those children's and tab. Get it for them. Get it for them. You don't give your toddler a phone that some children are so used to phones that they can differentiate between the tab that has just cartoon and then your own phone. They will even push it away and tell you, they will start crying and say they want that your own phone. Because they are used to it. You are used to giving it to them. That's why they are used to such. And some children, if you don't give them that your own phone, they will cry and break the house until you give it to them. So please, always teach your children to seek your permission before taking any of your gadgets. Any. Even if it's the smallest Nokia Palasa phone, touchlight Palasa phone, they should, mommy, please, I want to, mommy, please, can I? Let them know how to do that. From learning to do that, you are curbing that attitude. You are curbing it. You are stopping that nonsense, they've been used to. You are trying to, reduce all of that act. And then you are trying to instill another better attitude in them. Because some children, when they are outside, you will see them longing their neck like this to look at an adult's phone. Why? You don't have to do that. What are you looking at? What do you know that person is watching on his or her phone? You see children, they will just come. That's so bad. So very bad. So please, let's learn to always teach these children. We shouldn't leave everything to our support person. Our support person, I mean, your house help, their tutors, maybe their lesson tutor or any other thing. Let's learn to do this job ourselves. I know parenting is stressful. You don't have to tell me. I'm parenting 2 boys. Ọkùnrin méjì.